Hello, my name is Madison Ariola, and today we are going to be learning how to make Better Home and Gardens chocolate chip cookies. Personally, I think they're the best recipe to anyone's heart, but that's just me because I love baking. Okay, so we're going to start with getting the ingredients together. We need some gold flour, or any flour that you have at home. We don't need to be going crazy. Some baking butter. It has to be baking butter, not like Country Crock, because it's going to make it a little flaky like a biscuit. We need brown sugar. As you can tell, I've been making a lot of cookies. And the spaghetti I made. Then we're gonna need some vanilla. We're gonna need some baking soda. We're gonna need some regular cane sugar. We're gonna need some chocolate chips, obviously. I love milk chocolate. I feel like it gives it the perfect amount of sweetness, but also a little tangy. Now, just like our grandmother said, we're gonna need some Crisco, only not for our husband's feeds. We're gonna need 2 eggs. We're going to need a butter nuking bowl. We're going to need a regular mixing bowl. We're going to need some measuring cups and some measuring spoons. This is going to be all the ingredients we need for our recipe. For the butter and the shortening or the Crisco, we're going to need a 1-to-1 ratio. So we're going to need half a cup of shortening to half a cup of butter. We're going to put it in the bowl together. We're going to melt it and make sure that it's completely combined before we add it to our sugar. Most chefs love mise en place. I like getting all of my ingredients together one by one. So I added half a cup of granulated sugar to a whole cup of condensed brown sugar. Then we're gonna go get the butter and the shortening that is completely melted, and we're gonna add it to the bowl. Our butter is gonna be steaming like a little bit of lava. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pour it right on it. Now doing this is gonna give the cookies their creamy texture. It's gonna make all of the sugar melt perfectly, and it's gonna be a beautiful texture. I'll show you in a second. So as we can see, we're mixing it together, but it's starting to slowly combine. That's exactly what we want. We don't want any extra butter. After we have mixed to the heavens, because Lord knows it's the only part you can overmix, we're gonna have this perfect density. Now we are going to add our eggs and our vanilla. So we're gonna need 2 eggs, and we're gonna need, I believe it was a teaspoon of vanilla. Scratch that, it was a tablespoon. I always mix up my tablespoons and my teaspoons. So you're gonna add 2 half tablespoons, or just 1 regular tablespoon, to the bowl with the eggs inside of it. Now I know most like saying baking is an exact art, but a little extra vanilla don't hurt your buddy. So we're gonna mix this all together till it's combined, and then we're gonna add all the dry ingredients. For reference, for everyone that just loves baking like I do, this is the time for mixing when you get to just jam out to your music. I can't right now since I'm recording. But it's a time to just sing your heart out and enjoy the art of baking. For the dry ingredients, we're going to need a teaspoon of baking soda and then 2 3/4 cups of the flour. For the baking soda, you kind of want to be either exactly on the dot or like a little bit under. Just because it'll actually turn your cookies into a biscuit. I've done it before. It does not taste good. It's like when you add too much sugar to a breakfast biscuit, like a biscuit and gravy biscuit. So just one of those and the flour. Now, once you added everything, this is when you have to be a little careful. So since these cookies can overmix really quickly and kind of make pancakes, I like adding my chocolate chips once I've added all of the dry ingredients. So what you typically want to do, depending on how many chocolate chips you like in your cookies, is add half or 3/4 of the bag if you like it a little on the more doughier side. And then once you've added all of that, you're gonna mix and you're gonna mix. It's such a great time. And if you're one of the lucky ones in a beautiful Hallmark relationship, douse them with flour. It makes it 10 times better. It makes the cookies taste sweeter. You put your cookie dough in the fridge for an hour and let it cool. Then you're gonna pull it out, put it on a tray, pop it in the oven at 350, preheat it, and let them cook. Once you have taken the cookies out of the oven, you're gonna let them cool for about like 2 to 3 minutes, and they'll be ready to plate. This is how your cookies should look. And once you're done cooking, you're gonna have all your cookies look like this. And this was my TED Talk.